Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over an absolutely broken Colossal Greatsword build. This build is capable of dealing thousands of damage per second, absolutely melting bosses, and if that wasn't good enough, it also deals a ton of poise damage. But before we get into that, let's get into our sponsor. Aowa.com is the #1 place to buy runes, weapons, armor, or pretty much any other item in Elden Ring, and you can get 3% off by using code RAM. So getting into the build, we are using the Greatsword, or Guts Greatsword. This weapon is wonderful, its stat requirements are decent, it does insane damage, a ton of poise damage, and it looks good too. It's a must try in my opinion. To get it you just have to grab it off the back of a carriage in Caelid. It will be guarded by some giant dogs. For the Ash of War we are going to grab Cragblade, which you can get by killing a teardrop scarab at the Sword Monument in Caelid. We will also want to use a Sacred Seal with this build. I'm going to use a basic finger seal, but you can use a different one if you prefer. If you'd like to use the same one, you can simply purchase it from the Twin Maiden Husks in the Round Table Hold. Getting into the talismans, we are going to use the Claw Talisman, which is going to increase the power of our jump attacks, which are quite good with this build, by 15%. And you can find this talisman on top of a tower in Stormveil Castle. For the second talisman, we are going to use the Dagger Talisman. This will increase the damage of our critical hits by 17%. You can find this talisman tucked away in a hidden room in Volcano Manor. And you will also only be able to access this room after killing the Godskin Noble. For the third talisman, we are going to be using the Axe Talisman, which is going to increase the power of our charged attacks by 10%. And you can find this talisman in a chest located inside of Mistwood Ruins. You can just grab this one, you won't even have to fight anything. For the fourth talisman, we are going to pick up the Ritual Sword Talisman, which gives us 10% more damage when our health is full. You can pick this up inside of the Lux Ruins after destroying the boss. It will be inside of a chest. Now that we have all of our talismans, we are going to pick up some incantations that are really going to push this build over the edge in terms of damage. So for the incantations, we are going to grab Flame, Grant Me Strength from behind Fort Gale in Caelid, followed by Golden Vow from the Death Stench Shack in Mount Gelmir. No build is truly complete without a good Wanderer's Physic combination, and for this build I'd recommend the Strength Knot Crystal Tear, which you can pick up from a bowl northeast of Stormhill Shack, as well as the Stone Barb Cracked Tear, which you can get by killing the Putrid Avatar at the Minor Erdtree in Caelid. For those of you wondering about stats, here are the stats I'd recommend for both a level 150 build and a level 100 build. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into a boss fight. So I'm going to fight Great Worm Theodorix because I like this boss, and I'm also going to use all of my buffs as you should. So getting into the fight here, I'm going to spam jump attacks so I can get a poise break. And as you can see, we are doing over 2000 damage per hit here, which is quite a lot of damage. After just 4 attacks, we managed to break his poise, and that gave us a nice opening to get in another whopping 5000 damage. We're going to go for a few more jump attacks here to see if we can get another poise break in. And we did. It only took another 4 jump attacks. So let's hit him with another truck. And at this point it's only going to take 1 more hit to finish him off. However, his hitbox had other plans, so it actually took 3. Let me know your opinion on this build in the comments below, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below as well. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this video next, I'm sure you'll enjoy it as well.